This is the Motherland Monument. This is also the Motherland Monument. Here's another one. This one too, and many others. They come in different sizes and materials, but their look is very consistent, and they all shared the same purpose. Originally, built after the Second World War by the Soviet Union, these statues were left scattered across the independent nations that emerged from its territory when the USSR fell in late 1991. How do they look now? Why were many changed? Why were some almost destroyed, and what is their purpose today? Monuments are a tangible representation of history, culture, and values. They honor important events, individuals, groups that have made significant contributions or ones that experienced hardship. By standing the test of time, monuments offer a connection to the past while providing context for the present and future. But what about the Motherland monuments? They were created originally to commemorate Soviet victory during World War II, also called the Great Patriotic War by the Soviets. They feature dramatic gestures, usually holding a sword as a beckoning for others to join the fight, reflecting the urgency and gravity of the situation. This is quite different from the colossal female statues in other ends of the world, like the Statue of Liberty in New York, Guanyin of Nanshan statues in China, the Virgin Mary in Venezuela, the Sendai Daikanron statue in Japan, and many others. One of the most iconic ones is the Motherland Calls monument in the city of Volgograd, formerly called Stalingrad. Standing at 85 meters or 279 feet, it is the tallest Motherland statue and the tallest female statue in the world. Originally planned to be a third of its height, Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev ordered it to surpass the 46-meter Statue of Liberty as a symbol of Cold War dominance over the United States. Completed in 1967, it honors the Battle of Stalingrad, the bloodiest battle in history, which marked a decisive turning point in World War II. The Motherland Calls remains a powerful symbol of national pride in Russia, especially on Victory Day, the 9th of May. Featured on Volgograd's coat of arms and various memorabilia across Russia, it still holds the same significance as when it was first erected. But we cannot say the same for the Motherland Monument in Kiev, Ukraina-Mati. The monument's initial name when it was finally built in 1981 was the Motherland, or Rodina-mat in Russian, a name for the national personification used by both Russia and the Soviet Union. A 62-meter or 203 feet titanium figure weighing 560 tons, holding a 16-meter sword in one hand and the shield emblazoned with the Soviet hammer and sickle in the other. The Rodina-mat monument stood unchanged for years, but Ukraine's decommunization efforts gained momentum after the 2014 annexation of Crimea. Soviet symbols were removed, cities renamed, and Lenin statues toppled in the Leninopad movement. Amid the current war with Russia, decommunization only intensified, leading to the replacement of Rodina-mat's Soviet emblem with Ukraine's Trizub symbol, despite air raids and bad weather. In 2003, it was officially renamed the Mother Ukraine, Ukraina-Mati in Ukrainian. Still, the monument remains controversial, with some calling for its demolition and reuse of its metal for more practical needs. The Mother Armenia statue replaced a Stalin monument in 1962 during Khrushchev's de-Stalinization. Depicting a mother sheathing her sword for peace, it blends Armenian identity with Soviet symbolism. In 1995, the site became the Mother Armenia Military Museum, showcasing Armenia's role in World War II, Soviet military history, and the Nagorno-Karabakh War against Azerbaijani forces. Commemorating the lives lost in that same war, Azerbaijan has the Cry of the Mother Monument in Baku. Not a Soviet motherland monument, but surely a haunting tribute to war and loss. In Georgia, the 20-meter-tall Mother of All Georgians was erected in 1958 to mark Tbilisi's 1,500-year anniversary. While not directly linked to Soviet victories, its themes of strength and defense aligned with Soviet narratives of celebrating national cultures within a unified Soviet state. Holding a bowl of wine for friends and a sword for enemies, today, especially after the 2008 Russian-Georgian War, it stands as a powerful symbol of Georgian identity more than ever. In Kyrgyzstan, the Motherland statue stands at the Great Patriotic War Memorial in the Karakol Victory Park. It features a female figure holding a sword with two columns behind her connected by a Soviet star. Victory Park powerfully captures the complex relationships between Russia and other post-Soviet countries, where the celebration of Soviet triumphs often contrasts sharply with the enduring memory of resistance. The Tajik Motherland Monument was created after the breakup of the Soviet Union in 1996 in the city of Vavdat. With very limited information about this monument, given the familiar design, we can only assume the purpose was the same as the other monuments initially, and it remained so till this day. The Baltic states, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia, have a complex history with Soviet Russia, especially after the 1940 Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, a secret Nazi-Soviet agreement that led to the annexation of the region. Unlike other Soviet republics, they avoided building Soviet motherland monuments. Instead, their mother figure statues reflect a struggle for freedom, not unity. Estonia has the monument to the Estonian mother. Lithuania honors its heroes with "To the Mother of Those Who Died for Lithuania's Freedom" monument, and Latvia's Freedom Monument, built way earlier in 1935, survived Soviet rule due to its cultural significance. Today, the Baltics continue to remove Soviet-era monuments, especially after Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine, though opinions vary within their ethnically diverse populations, which include significant Russian-speaking minorities. Belarus, Russia's closest political ally of the former Soviet states, has Rodina-mat, the Motherland Monument in Minsk, erected in 1969 as part of the Mound of Glory Memorial Complex, dedicated to those who perished during World War II. Unsurprisingly, and unlike Rodina-mat in Ukraine, this monument still keeps the same name and its original significance. Moldova has the monument to the heroes of the Leninist Komsomol in Chisinau. Unveiled in 1959, it features a woman holding a torch, symbolizing the spread of communist ideals. Though not a traditional motherland monument, it still uses maternal imagery to convey state values. Moldova is slowly undergoing decommunization, but many Soviet-era statues still remain, reflecting the country's divided views, especially in pro-Russian regions like Transnistria. Kazakhstan, in contrast, maintains a better relationship with Russia. In 2021, they unveiled the Defenders of the Motherland statue in honor of the Kazakhs who were sent to serve in the Soviet Army during the Great Patriotic War. Victory Day parades commonly take place at the memorial on the 9th of May each year. Similarly, Turkmenistan has the Sons of the Nation monument, built in 1995 in commemoration of the battles for the motherland. Uzbekistan, however, has been actively removing Soviet-era statues since gaining independence in 1991 in efforts to redefine their national identity. In 1992, the Independence Monument, a mother with a child symbolizing the motherland, replaced a Lenin statue. In 2010, the city of Tashkent unveiled the Oath to the Motherland, replacing a Soviet soldier statue, sparking protests from Russia's youth movement Nashi, though the change remained. Despite distancing itself from Soviet symbols, Uzbekistan continues to maintain strong ties with Russia. Most of these statues were erected to commemorate the sacrifices made during the Great Patriotic War. Today, the original narrative of the Motherland Monuments remains unchanged in only a few post-Soviet republics, where the motherland image is still popular in culture, music, poetry, and media. In the rest, the meaning and appearance of these statues have evolved, reflecting each nation's shifting relationship with Russia. They have become flashpoints for debates on history, national identity, and political divides. And that's where these statues exactly stand, at the intersection of history and modern politics, in an era of shifting alliances, rising nationalism, and ongoing geopolitical tensions. In this way, these monuments continue to be more than stone, metal, or concrete. They remind us of shared struggles, of sacrifice, of the enduring strength of nations and the people who built them. In the end, these towering figures stand not just as monuments to war, but as testaments to resilience, remembrance, and the unbreakable human spirit.